Welcome back to another episode of Sailing Embla, and it is a special day, and it's not because I had pizza for breakfast. Oh yeah, it is because I have some amazing news. You see, I have quit my job again. Woo! Now the reason for which I have quit my job, it is not because I have found a better job or that I'm unhappy with my existing job. No, it is because I'm gonna put in a drum roll here. I can't hear it right now, but I'm just pretending I'm hearing it. Yeah, there we go. It is because it is finally time to leave Sandnes and Rogaland all together and continue this journey up north to Lofoten. Because I think I've stuck around here a long time, but I also have to consider, you know, the engine was really bust and now it's working as good as it can for an old engine. There's no oil leaks, no nothing. I have a cockpit cover finally, and it has helped out a lot during the winter up here in the north, and I think the boat is looking better than ever, and also actually getting a little of that budget back which I had when I left Sweden. But over here at the budget board, things aren't looking as good. You see, we are only about 50% of the planned budget. Now, most of the projects I had planned are done, so they are good, but I still need to get up to here. Now, since I'm planning on leaving the 15th of April already, or maybe a little earlier since I have my last day at work the 8th of April, unless we have like a storm of the century or a meteorite coming down or a UFO abduction or something like that happening, I'm gonna leave. I have a couple of, I think I would have a couple of back pays from my different works coming in after I have quit, so we are gonna land up here somewhere. I will just have to make do with what I got. I will have to be a little cheap, eat a little more baked beans or something on the way. Baked bean and fish. Yeah, that ain't too bad. Baked bean and fish pizza. Now we're talking. Now what else is new? Well, over at the Patreon page, I've actually said, I've published a video there for patrons only, which I said that I haven't collected any of the funding which I have gotten from making these videos, so I'm saving those towards a camera, and I set the sum to about around $500. Well, we are up to $600 now, and so I was planning of getting that camera, but then I saw that the camera alone cost about $500, so I need to save a little more of those Patreon money to buy some lenses and equipment which goes along to the camera. Now, I only have the Sony FDR-X3000 camera, which is a great little camera, and I'm going to keep it because it is an action camera, and it's watertight after all. I could use it up there, but I probably need to use the microphone I have on now, which is a little more windproofed. But for everything else, you know, inside here it gets kind of dark in the winter, so you need a better camera to tweak the ISO and stuff, you know, because it gets really dark, and up there in Lofoten it's getting even darker. And since I've dabbled a little in this photography thing before I left on this trip, I like to have a real camera to take pictures as well, not only do the film, but the Canon M50 it can do both pretty well. So that is where we are now on the camera situation, but for now this Sony works out quite nice actually. Now, since I'm leaving the 15th of April and we are in the 6th of March today, there's really not time to do big elaborate projects on the boat, so I probably need to just focus on what I really need to do before leaving. Now, I have started doing some of the work in the galley, and when I said that I was gonna redo the galley, I didn't really mean, you know, tearing things out and replacing it or something. I was merely thinking of splashing some paint here and there, making it feel a little more like home, because this is after all my home. So what are we gonna concentrate on doing for this video? Well, I'm gonna be finished with the galley, and it isn't really that much. I'm gonna splash some paint, as I said, on the covers for the cabinets and so on, and I'm also gonna build a little shelf to store some food in, and I'm also gonna sand down some of the drawers because they are really tough to get in and out now because of the wood that expands. So that is pretty much it for the galley. So here we are. I have sanded them all down. Look how beautiful, nice they look now. And now I'm just gonna prep them for paint. All prepared. And this, my friends, are the actual color. Light gray-ish. And come on. This is my workstation. Now it's the only place on board I actually can have stuff and paint them. You see, outside it's raining and gusting, and I think it is way too cold to paint anything really on the outside. So this here, the wee berth, is the only place I have which I can do this sort of things. So there you have it, my friends. I'm all done painting like so. This light grayish type of thing. I didn't want to go with all white. I think gray is better since the rest of the interior is kind of dark. It'll certainly be some contrast to all of that dark gray wood. And yeah, we are not really done yet. They are all painted, but I'm gonna have some artsy stuff on them as well. I haven't really decided what I'm gonna go for. And yeah, there's a storm hitting tonight, so the boat is rocking a little. It's really cozy to be inside though. So there you go, my friends, the result of the painting. I've just splashed some paint on the doors and on the covers, and I'm going to keep these paints because I'm not 100% sure that I'm happy with the artwork, if you will. So if I have the paints, I can redo them at any time because it was quite easy. I kind of like the light gray look because it is it lightens up the galley a lot, I think, and it also has a contrast to all of that brownish color that's everywhere on the boat. I think it looks quite good. But there's still one more thing I want to have in this galley, and that's this thing. Woohoo! Oh, you want to have a plywood piece? Yeah, I want to have a piece of plywood. I want to stick it like here. So beautiful. Now, I'm going to make a shelf out of this one. And to make that shelf, we are going to use this plank. This is a plank I got from Sweden, and I think it's really beautiful with a weathered down pattern of the gray hair and the bluish color. I wonder what it has been. Could have been a piece of a house or something. I went to a hardware store and they helped me grind down it, so it's a little thinner today than it used to be. It used to be at least twice as thick. I'm just going to cut it up and I'm going to use it as a type of shelving. I think it's going to look amazing down there. Now I got all my pieces cut, and this are, of course, this here is the general idea, if you will. I'm just going to use this as a bottom, and I'm going to have this at the top, and these will of course just be the sides of the shelf, and I'm going to screw this onto the bench in the galley there, and I'm going to have, yeah, vegetables and stuff in this. Now before I do that, I need to paint them all, and to do that again we have to go into the boat because it is certainly a beautiful day out, but it's really cold. I got ice on my boat today. So it was a nippy night, but it's gonna be an astonishing day. But unfortunately, I gotta go to work in an hour or so. So there you go, my friends, the Galley, or as we say in Norway, Galley. No, we don't, but this is the Galley. Voila! Actually quite happy about the end result of the Galley, and I'm especially happy about the result of this thing. This thing actually looks like something out of an interior magazine or something, and it holds quite a lot of vegetables and soups and stuff, and it looks way better than those plastic thingy I had in the corner there before. So overall, banana. Got the head banana. So overall, I am super psyched about the result of this makeover of the Galley. Now, as the Galley is finally done, I can focus on the next project of the boat. Now I was thinking to myself, you know, there are so many projects I want done on the boat, but I was thinking that if I were to leave tomorrow already, what would I have to do to the boat to be able to do so? Now, when I thought that list is quite short actually. It's only a couple of things and I will be good to go, because rest of the projects are more about increasing comfortability or practicality, if you will, on the boat. So if I lay those at the side, and I will probably do them next winter or whatever, and just focus on what I really need done, because it is only a month till I will leave. And with that, we are at the very end of the video. So thank you guys a million for watching the video. It really means a lot to me. Now smash that like button if you will, or you can just press it a little easy like so. Click. That's all you have to do. And if you are a subscriber, don't forget to hit that notification button so it will come up in your feed. If you aren't a subscriber already, maybe you should consider becoming one. And as always, you, my friends, take care, and I will see you there.